All right. Halftime. This is the Purple Huddle. I'm your host, Josh Fry, managing editor over at purpleptsd.com. Be sure to check out both Purple PTSD and Vikings Territory. We'll have all sorts of post-game coverage once this game wraps up here at Soldier Field. But right now we're at the half. Vikings lead the Bears 12-6 in what has definitely been a bit of an ugly game here to start. The Vikings finally put together a good drive in that 2-minute drill after the Justin Fields interception, which was the result of a Kirk Cousins interception, which everybody probably saw coming at some point in this game. Turnovers continue to be a big issue for the Vikings this year. Now up to 13 on the season, still leads the league. It's one of the biggest problems with this team, and luckily this time around it didn't bite them. It didn't come back to haunt them this time around, as the Vikings were able to get the ball right back, forcing the turnover from Justin Fields. Jordan Hicks with the pick. Vikings go down and score. Jordan Addison was his fourth touchdown of the season. He's among the leaders in the league in that category. So that's one Vikings draft pick that seems like it's definitely hit. And that was one of the biggest questions coming into this game. What would the passing offense for the Vikings look like without Justin Jefferson in the lineup? Obviously, he's on IR now, at least for the next 4 games with that hamstring injury. And to this point, it's been a little bit of a mixed bag. Obviously, that last drive they got a little bit of a rhythm going, but throughout most of that first half, it was just lethargic offense. You come into this game, the Bears are one of the worst teams in the league in terms of opponent third down conversions. I think they're actually last in the league at 57% coming into this game. Vikings are 2 for 6. That's not going to get it done against this team. It really feels like the Bears, they definitely should have come away in this half with the lead. And from a Vikings perspective, you can't have that happen. If this is a team that's going to have any chance at bringing back this season and competing for the playoffs, you can't go out and look like that for most of the first half. It's just, against most teams, that's just not going to work out. The Bears probably should be leading this game by 7-10 points at least after that. You consider that fumble that got overturned. It definitely looked like it was a recovery by TJ Edwards in my book, but the refs saw it differently, and luckily that went in the Vikings' favor. But just some really lethargic offense so far. The running game still hasn't been able to get going. They're at just 26 yards on 10 carries through the first half. Alexander Madison has 26. Kirk Cousins is 1. Brandon Powell with -1. But yeah, you have to get more out of that area, especially without Justin Jefferson in the game. Kirk Cousins, he's had a strong first half, and a lot of those numbers are boosted by that final drive, but 15-20 through the air with 143 yards, that touchdown to Addison. KJ Osborne's had a pretty solid game too, and we've been looking to see both him and Jordan Addison step up in the absence of Jefferson, and they've been able to do that for the most part with Addison with a touchdown, Osborne with 48 yards. TJ Hawkinson's had one of his best games of the year as well, 4 catches for 42 yards in the first half. So good to see in that department, but we just need to see more of it. We need to see more consistency. We need them to convert some of these third downs. They got one finally on that final drive, and that's what really led them to getting that touchdown to take the lead. But of course, if things are going to go bad for the Vikings, they always find a way. Even with that touchdown, Greg Joseph gets the extra point blocked. It's his first missed kick of the season. Hopefully that isn't a sign of things to come moving into the second half and in the weeks to come. But yeah, need more from the offense defensively. The run defense has been pretty awful. Bears are already up to 17 carries, 89 yards, 5.2 yards a carry. Justin Fields hasn't done much through the air, but honestly, he hasn't had to with this Bears offense. Both of their field goal drives have been catalyzed by the running game, and that's pretty much what we expected to see coming into this game. Even without Khalil Herbert and Rashawn Johnson in the lineup, both are out for this weekend. The Bears are still finding ways to get it done on the ground. Fields has had a few of his usual, the QB reads, the pass run options there. So he's had a productive first half in the running game. Deontay Foreman's come in and had a few big runs. Darrington Evans has been a really surprising piece out of this offense. But yeah, even without their top 2 backs, this Bears offense is going to rely on the running game to get most of their production, and that's what they've done so far. They came into this game as a top 10 offense in terms of yards per carry, and they're showing why. Their offensive line has definitely stepped up to do some of the run blocking for them, and they've done a really good job of moving the ball on the ground. But yeah, we need more Vikings offense in the second half if we're going to have any chance at winning this one. Hopefully they come out and they're able to get another score on this opening second half possession. They're going to receive the second half kickoff to begin the half after their touchdown, which could be a big momentum swing in their favor. Hopefully they're able to get it done and avoid falling into the very basement of the NFC North all by themselves. Last time that happened was when they started 0-3 in the 2020 season. They haven't seen the bottom of the NFC North by themselves in a very long time. Hopefully that streak continues today. But yeah, need more offense. Defense in the running game needs to be a little bit better. Maybe they force another turnover. That'd be really nice if they don't lose the turnover battle for once. But yeah, go Vikings. We'll see what happens in the second half, and make sure to go over to Vikings territory and purpleptsd.com for all the post-game coverage. We'll have a ton of stuff up there once the game ends in written form. And then we'll have plenty of videos throughout the week as well to recap what happens in the second half. But yeah, go Vikes.